So I have with me now Mr. Ben Tam, CEO IL Utilities. Welcome to Abu Dhabi. According to the World Health Organization, at least half of the global population will be living in water-stressed areas by 2025. What actions can be taken now to ensure the world doesn't face a global water crisis in the future, and can we avoid it?
We can certainly avoid it. The tools, technologies and processes that are there, it's how do we apply them. So the big thing for us is transformation of the sector. We know that these key challenges are out there, but how do we help access the right technologies, the right people and staff to help transform our sector? And so it really comes down also to investment. I'm passionate about the early stage investment of technologies, helping them come to fruition. And being at this Congress has actually enabled me to meet lots of different leaders who are also passionate in that same space to help us build this ecosystem, especially for this region.
At least we, the public, did not hear much about water security, energy security, and now it's everywhere. What has changed?
Public consciousness is much more aware now. Globalization has helped us have these discussions. Also, it's not top down from decision makers at the top. It's actually been pushed up by citizens. We're seeing displacement. We're seeing in our own gardens, backyards, all these things happening to ourselves. And I think, therefore, as citizens, we're much more attuned to it. I think there's a big step to go next, as well as that how as citizens we also play our own role in water efficiency and in accepting water reuse. And so those kind of elements are definitely coming forward. It's a good thing, but we now need to respond to that pressure and act quickly because we don't have that long to act.
No. Can water desalination be a solution to global water scarcity?
Yes, it's definitely
part of the solution.
It's definitely going to be part of the solution. We're definitely in a region here where desalination is going to be central to water scarcity alongside the sort of the natural aquifers, which need to be balanced and used in the right way. It's not the right solution for everywhere. I think the big example we were speaking about in our conference session was around day zero in South Africa, and how instead of thinking immediately that desalination is going to be the way forward for the region, actually it's focusing on how do you water efficient, how you're making the best use of the resources in your basin at that time. So it is going to be part and parcel of the future. The other part, really excitingly, probably is what do you do with the waste streams. I definitely start from a place that there is no such thing as waste. And we're now seeing the technologies enabling us to extract from brine to help us close that loop, extract some kind of resources from that, enabling us to have more circular desalination. So I think that's the future.
As a consultancy firm, what do you tell your clients or countries when it comes to water security?
Firstly, I think we need to think about the longer term goals. Making decisions in the very short near term may be essential, but actually it's about getting on a program for 10, 20, 30 years. The biggest thing I see which will help us transform and in terms of water security is actually focusing on decarbonisation of the sector. If we decarbonise what we do, we'll also innovate, disrupt what we're currently doing in certain patterns, and that will help us, I think, get to the end of water security. So whilst also playing our part in terms of climate change, whereas wastewater treatment is one of the highest users of energy globally.